Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Here we are. We're here, right?
Yep, we're here.
Does anyone see the first Nadal poster that has made it to the wall? Do you see this?
Yep, it's there.
Who sent that? Who brought this?
SD Tennis.
Let's go. He signed it.
It's beautiful too.
Let's go, Robert.
Beautiful.
Let's go. And from what he told me after today, that he had a really, really, really good workout.
Good. I'm happy he did. I think I got all the guys were happy with me today.
Yeah, you went beast mode today.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was trying to. I usually, when I look at a student, I try to work on stuff that they really need to work on.
Such as?
Every student's different. Like I know in the morning I had Kara. She used to work on everything. Steven loves working on his forehand because they pick on his forehand. Great player. He's like 54 years old, so he's an older guy.
He's a baller.
He gets tired. Got to get used to the heat. Then I had at 11 o'clock. Who did I have at 11 o'clock?
Blakely.
No, I didn't.
Blakely, the young.
No, I had her at 1. I had somebody else at 11. Help me out.
Sarah.
No, that was at 2.
Oh.
Who was my 11 o'clock, babe?
I had the 20.
Oh, yes. I had Nikki, one of the ladies that helped out with the kids' congressman thing, and Hillary. And they worked on slices. Hillary asked, can I work on my slices? I don't know how to do that.
They soldiered up in the heat, too.
Yeah, they did. And then at 1, I had Blakely, who did very good with her new racket. 2 was Sarah, who worked on her forehand and serve, did really good on her serve. 3 was a little girl named Anna Claire. It was kind of hot for her, so it was tough on her.
Yeah.
4 was Mr. SD Tennis, and he did super good. Taught him how to hit topspin lobs because he says he doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, the man that sent the doll poster. Let's go, Robert. Let's go. All right, you ready to lock in?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Let's go. All right.
Yes. This is Rafa.
Is there
Look at this. Here's Djokovic with the fish. Here's the man. Look at the sign.
What about Roger?
Endure. Put up with whatever comes your way. Learn to overcome weakness and pain. Push yourself to the breaking point, but never cave in.
Do you want to hear some funny shit? You want to hear some funny shit?
Mm-hmm.
When I unrolled this poster and we opened this up, right? And I read it. Now listen to the words. I thought this was hypocritical. Endure. Listen to this. Endure. Put up with whatever comes your way. Learn to overcome weakness and pain. Push yourself to the breaking point, but never came in. Is it not true, Carla, that Rafael Nadal had to play with injections in his foot to make it through the French Open?
Yeah, but that's when he's talking
Overcome weakness and pain? Man, you had lidocaine in the foot.
Justin,
What?
you never
What?
know what pain.
Overcome pain?
You tell me this
With
guy.
synthetic fluids?
You tell me this guy here don't take painkillers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
He's talking about in another way. You're taking it literally. All these guys,
Yeah.
including her, that retired early because of suspicious things,
Okay.
and him who takes pain. Come on, man. Get real.
What about Sharapova and Yastremska?
Get real.
Sharapova and Yastremska. They got, called out for a little something, and they were nothing after
Kirsten
that.
says, I might buy a big fat Serena poster, and it'll be so big it'll cover the entire wall. Go for it.
All right. I don't know. We would have to carve out little spaces. And let people
Serena did lose. I was listening to the match because I was busy teaching. I feel for her, man, because it's at 40 years old. I'm 42 myself, about to be 43 in August. I feel like I'm in way better shape than she is. Just saying. But still, I can't imagine with someone her weight running on the tennis courts. I know myself, if I add 5 pounds, I can feel it. What's up, Lucifer? And I can't imagine her being at 200 pounds, because that's what she has to be at. Moving all of that with that dress, moving her thighs. It's got to be tough, I mean, it really got to be tough. At 40 years old, you feel it in your body. I feel like I can go all day, just saying. I felt like I could have beat that girl.
Who? Harmony Tan?
Let her drop shot my ass like that. I'll drop shot her ass even more.
Well,
because her ass wasn't skinny either.
But that's why she was doing it. She
Her
was.
ass ain't skinny either. I would drop her
Yeah.
ass a long time ago.
It's not that Harmony Town. All respect to her. It's not that she was the better player. It's just that she outlasted the other one.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't.
Poster looks great, SD. It looks great. He's a beast. Look at the arms. Beastly, beastly, beastly. What can you say? Beastly. Yes.
Yeah, the same beast that dropped a set to a bozo today.
Did he drop a set?
But what's that got to do
Did
with
he
it?
not drop a set?
But he didn't play today. We talked about him yesterday.
Yeah, he
Carl.
dropped a set.
We talked about him yesterday.
He dropped a set. He's a bitch. He didn't play.
Uh-oh.
And he dropped a set. So.
But he overcome
And
weakness.
she retired early.
But he overcame weakness with injections, not because he's a
You
man.
telling me that you don't take injections if you need it for your knee? There's times you felt pain and you got injections on your knee.
But not if I'm proclaiming I overcame weakness and pain.
He's talking about it in a different way. You're taking this so literal.
Can you please poetically describe to me philosophically what you're talking about? Where
Put up with whatever comes your way. If you're losing, put up with it. Figure it out. Learn to overcome weakness and pain. Push yourself. There's many times he's played with pain. At his age, it's stupid. Otherwise, you rupture a tendon like you did to think the way you do.
fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just saying he had a little help with lidocaine in the foot. Otherwise, he would have been hobbling.
Sister, if we say hi, yeah, Serena had better. She had chances, yes, but again, there it is. The fact that she hasn't played any matches. I watched her interview, and typical Serena, you know, with her diva-ish way.
Yeah.
She wanted to cry, but she didn't. She stayed strong, you know. And she said she didn't prepare for a 3-hour match. But let's be real, she didn't prepare for tennis. To be a pro, you must be in shape. Pretty simple. You must be in the best shape of your life. You can't go in there fat, out of shape, no practice.
What about Ostapenko?
Same thing for her.
Would you call Jabeur into that equation?
Not really. No.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Not really, because Clijsters was always a big girl and she won slams. Jabeur is just a little, not a lot. That's not.
She's better now.
Not a lot, Justin. Very little.
Okay,
very little.
Can I ask you a question, Carla, and all of you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it time for Serena Williams to retire? Think about it. And look, I love Serena. We know she's the GOAT. We know we understand that.
And you know, who are we to say?
We understand that.
Who are
we
to
retire?
For her sake, to not mess up her legacy, maybe. Who are we to say retire? She should play the U.S. Open, in my opinion, and just retire there if she wants to.
And walk off.
Walk off proud from New York. I mean, she's from the U.S. New York, I'm sure she's won quite a few U.S. Opens. It was her first slam. Why not retire there?
At what point does it impinge upon your greatness?
If you're losing to anybody outside of the top 100,
if you lose to Harmony Tan,
it's time. It's time.
Time.
Just like Federer's time has come. Yeah, I think U.S. Open should be her last one, no matter what happens. Who gives a shit? She's won 22 slams, been number one in the world for a long time. Serena and Venus should be very happy that they brought minorities into tennis. In the 90s, the reason many kids in New York played tennis was because of them.
The reason why.
Yeah, so on your side of it. But
the reason why a lot of people play tennis to this very day is because of them.
And they should be happy of what they have accomplished. Serena has nothing bad to feel about. Who cares that Margaret Court has more? We all know, everybody knows that whole record is stupid anyways.
Yeah, it's kind of cheesy.
I mean, she's done everything that a girl can dream of, especially a Black American girl. She's made a stand in the sport and overall every sport. I mean, and for women and for moms, like she says. I mean, she's good. I don't care what she does. I don't care if she lost in the first round. She made her stand a long time ago.
By the way, in terms of speaking about Serena for a moment, a shout out to Mike Walker out there. Today, Carla, by the way, just brutalized her skin in the sun.
Look, here's my skin.
She brutalized her skin in the sun.
I had my daughter put aloe because I am so I'm sunburned completely. Like, I'm fried.
Yeah, for like the past 2 weeks, it's been scorching, but today we forgot the sunscreen, to tell you the truth. We didn't have it. Not that that's an excuse. I was limited to be able to coast today because of something. Anyway, but Carla brutalized her skin. I was sitting there, and I was trying to put stuff on paper. Anyway, long story short, Mike Walker kept my mind and doing this for tonight. So, Mike Walker, much love to you. You helped me figure out what we're going to talk about tonight. Fair enough? Mm-hmm. Much love, bro. Good ass dude for sure, no doubt. And I told you that personally. Anyway, at what point does Serena become like Michael Jordan at 02 for the Wizards? At what point does Serena Williams become Muhammad Ali fighting Berbick when he's getting his brain peppered in. He goes the distance, but yet he got his brain peppered even more. At what point do we ask ourselves, we love you, you're the GOAT. We know that. We know Margaret Court's record is a sham. Most of her Australian Opens were in Australia at the point in time where no one played them with Australians. No disrespect to the Aussies. I'm just saying it's true. Do you disagree? Does anyone disagree with that? Fair enough. Okay. I don't think it was until the late 80s, early 90s, until the likes of Sampras and Agassiz even gave a shit. And Margaret Court was, claiming titles, in the 70s or some shit? Anyway, whatever. We talked about this before. But Serena Williams is the GOAT. But at what point does she become Brett Favre? At what point does she become Michael Jordan? At what point does she become that Muhammad Ali? At what point is it time to just hang it up? Because at this point, it's just dragging on. Look, I'll give Federer the same grief, and we've given Federer the same grief. Okay, I've got a Roger Federer logo on my back, like this big, right in the center of my back. Whatever, maybe I'm stupid for putting it there 15 years ago. But the moral of the story is, I'll tell Federer right now, just hang it up, dude. You might win a round at Halle, or you might win a round in Basel, but to hang out with some of these 21, 22-year-old young guns that are winning 30 grand to have a first round win, or winning 92 grand to make it through quali, you going to tell me they give a shit who you are on the other side of the court? Man, they're going to entertain the opportunity to whip your ass.
Jose P's right.
And that's it.
Jose P's right. It's hard to let it go when you don't know anything else. Very true.
Agree.
But Serena knows more than tennis. Don't you agree? She knows the business side of tennis. She's a businesswoman. Carries her brand. I've sold many of her clothing design stuff,
Yeah.
And made some pretty good change. I mean, she knows how to speak well. She knows how to do commercials. She's been in a couple movies. I think she knows more than most players that retire, as well as Roger Federer. He's a businessman. So they know more than tennis. So I don't think that's it. But I agree also with Sister the Queen. The worst thing is when legends kill their bodies. Leave while you can, still walk. I think that Pete Sampras did it the right way. He won the U.S. Open, didn't play for a whole year, came back, and announced his retirement.
Serena's not going to do that. There's no way.
She needs to. This New York is her place. She needs to say her goodbyes, have fun, enjoy life, be the businesswoman that you are. Just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Make your legacy even bigger.
Jose P makes a good point. Jose P mentioned that, some people don't know what else to do. Do you know that most military men that are of the officer level, 05, 06, 07, admiral, captain, lieutenant, whatever, especially pilots, right? Athletes is a high intensity job description. You're in that zone, you're in that intensity, and all of a sudden you have to hand in your wings, you have to give up your intensity. What the fuck do you do? Most people turn to the bottle, they turn to whiskey, they turn to booze, they turn to whatever they can find to try to replace that intensity. And that's something that Serena Williams should not, though, have to deal with, because she is an entrepreneur. She is an icon for youth. She's not some of these athletes that can't run the football anymore, and ultimately turn to something, and they don't know what else to turn to. Some of them don't have the desire to go coach. How many longtime tennis players do you know, outside of maybe Goran Ivanisevic and a scattering of others, that actually are out proliferating the game as high intensity, high level coaches? Like former top 10 players, how many do you see? Not many. You can come up with a short list, but most of the players that were top 10, look at the Jensen brothers. They look like shit. They're on the tennis channel. They look like damn Mr. Clean. I'm just saying. Here are these long-headed, women gathering Jensen brothers, and now you look at them, look like damn Q-tip. Am I right or wrong? So many athletes are in the bin, but now they are who? Like Raducanu who? Like who? I'm just saying. Anyway, at what point does Serena need to walk away, and at what point does she become the 02 Michael Jordan that was on a breakaway dunk and missed it, and then had the world laughing at him? And he's a billionaire. What does he care? But there was a legacy hurt there. Right?
Yeah. How could you laugh at Michael Jordan, though? Even half of us couldn't.
But when it happened,
I would say 80% of us couldn't even dunk or try to dunk.
But when it happened, you had seen 2 3-peats. You had seen his electricity. We had come home from school every day. We had his shoes when they were just coming out and got them at Foot Locker in the mall. And then all of a sudden, he's still playing for a different team, and he's missing breakaway dunks. At some point, you're just like...
Some people don't know how to let go. Look at Tom Brady. He retired, came back. Retired and came right back.
Well, he won a Super Bowl.
No, but he didn't win this year.
Well, I understand that.
Retired because he was probably upset about it and came right back.
Yeah, understandable. Well.
Jose P says, if you guys were pros at her age, would you keep playing until you lose in challenges and futures? Some soccer players leave to play in time and leave just to keep playing the game.
But it depends on how much money I had in the bank.
Honestly, no.
How much money would I have in the bank?
With the amount of money that she has, she said, if you guys were pros at her age, no. If I'm rich as her, I would stop playing. I would. Challenges is such a hard thing to do, by the way. Most people have no clue about challenges.
Yeah.
I can tell you that you make no money.
You're making no money, so why do it?
You make no money. It's grueling. You have to find a hotel. Sometimes you can't afford the hotel. No, it's very grueling. Nobody really goes and watches you. You play at many of the college courts, or sometimes not even college courts. The times are really weird that they put you in. I mean, no, I don't think that any pro player wants to do that. That's not what they want to go back to. No way.
Put it this way, in challengers, no one gives a shit who you are. You don't give a shit how good you can play because you're in challengers, and therefore everyone here is as good as you are. Mm-hmm. You're lucky to have anyone traveling with you. You're lucky to have any good hotel room. You're lucky to have anything. The prize money is shit.
There is no prize money.
Exactly.
That's not prize money.
So again, the question isn't do you continue to play challengers to get by? The question is who do you owe? Who do you know? And
she doesn't know anything.
Can I survive?
She doesn't know anything.
She doesn't owe anything. So that's when it becomes the point where you're wondering what's going on psychologically. She doesn't need the money. She's got a daughter. She's the GOAT. But she gets peppered by Harmony Tan. And how many articles did we read prior to this match about journalists, whether it was Forbes magazine, Sports Illustrated, and many others that indicated Serena should not play this match because she's going to lose. So there was multiple articles we read, Google it, where people were saying, has anyone ever heard of Harmony Tan? Well, they're about to. And they did.
Fionsky77 said, you can't neglect tennis for a year and expect to have a deep run in the Grand Slam.
Well said.
I know she's a GOAT, but even a GOAT needs preparation and conditioning.
Exactly.
Chris Cooper said, Serena had won a couple more important points. She would have made it to the second round and found the big mo.
She's too
heavy, though. That's a quick fix. Yeah. Exactly. She could easily diet. Having the money that she has, I just don't understand why she doesn't get a good nutritionist or dietitian and a good physical trainer that can get her in shape. I don't get that.
You're missing the point. Look, I'm 44.
Does she want to do it?
No, it's not that. The body at some point does not relinquish the extra that it used to do. It's not that she doesn't want to. It's that the body, she's 40 years old.
She has one child.
But it doesn't matter.
One child. I'm sorry, guys. I have allergy. One child. She can do it. She can do it.
You're telling me you're going to see Serena be chiseled like she was in the message that Mike Walker sent me earlier.
She could easily.
I'm going to show you this picture.
She could easily lose 30 pounds. I'm not saying chisel. 30 pounds will make a big. The knees would say thank you.
I'm going to show you this picture.
30 pounds, the knees won't say thank you. You don't think she could lose 30 pounds, Justin? She can lose 30 pounds, guys.
I'm going to find it.
I'm not saying she's going to be chiseled, but you can lose 30 pounds. Let's be real here. She could definitely lose 30 pounds. All she needs is to diet well and exercise well. She could definitely do it. Come on, man. She has no excuse. I have 5 kids. 5 kids. She had 1. There's no way she can't do it.
I don't remember he texted me from. But look, I got.
Sorry, I'm sorry. With the type of money that she has, she can go into this spectacular type of new fad diet and do it.
Okay.
She can definitely do it.
I found it. So this is what it takes. This is what it takes to be a major champion. That Serena's not even close to that.
You can't compare a 20-year-old body to a 30-year-old, but she could definitely slim down.
No way. No way she gets anywhere close to that. Not because she's not who she is. It's because she's 40 years old, Carla.
So you're telling me that you can't get yourself... Wait a minute. How many people have we seen? Damn! And they lose the weight.
Who? Opelka? Ostapenko.
Man, we see all these shows. We see all these shows with big ass people, and they got the trainers that shrink them down.
But are they becoming tennis players and winning majors?
She knows how to win. The skill is in her hand. It's the weight. Justin, you were 200 plus pounds. Are you telling me you
But I
can't-
was 18 years old, Carla.
Justin, she can lose 30 pounds. You're telling me that right now, if I had a good nutrition, they can't make me lose 10 more pounds?
Well, maybe so, but when you are losing that 30 pounds and you're going through the gym and doing what it takes to lose that 30 pounds, are you beating up your knees? Are you getting hurt now in the hip?
There are smart ways.
Are you getting hurt doing this?
There are smart ways to work out. Look at the guy that had the water workout. There's smart ways.
Richard Simmons?
The guy that used to message us, he had that whole workout where you could work out in the water.
Oh,
Come on, man. There are smart ways. You don't have to squat a whole bunch of pounds. You can work out smart. You don't have to take pounding on the knees. There's ways of working out. Are you serious? She can get in a pool and swim the fat out.
Damn.
I'm being real. What are we living in, the caveman era? There are many ways. You're telling me with the amount of money that she has, she can't lose the weight?
Based upon what we saw today, I don't think so.
Whatever.
I don't think so. I think at 40 years old, if you work that hard to lose that much, because that's a lot that needs to be done.
She can do it.
She's gonna get hurt doing so.
She can do
40.
it. She can do it.
She's the GOAT. We know she's the GOAT. Moving forward, in my opinion, shit. You know, who am I? Just a dumb human
I think
being.
anybody can lose weight if you really want to.
You can't tell me Serena Williams is gonna win another major.
Does she
And
want to?
I've said this for 2 years.
ICLQY. Does she want to? That is the question.
Yeah.
That is the question.
And maybe that's the ultimate question.
That's the
Does
thing.
she want
Why
to?
would
Do
I?
you think she wants to?
Trento says the weight and stamina, but it will take hard work again. She might no longer want to grind. I agree. She probably doesn't want to grind. She does not want to grind. I tell kids, I know what it is to work out. I know what it is to drill every single day. Do I want to do that shit again? Hell no. Hell no. Do I want to go run 3 miles before I start my training for 4 hours, take a break, go eat lunch, take a nap, come back, do it again for 4 more hours, then run again and suicide and hill? No. Would I do that all over again at my age? Hell no.
Do you think that's what it takes?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. My coach had me jumping rope, going up the stairs, and I had to beat a time, going up the hill, doing suicides at a certain time, playing tennis in the hot weather, running before my tennis lessons, running after my tennis lessons. Do I want to do that? Hell no.
Can I ask you a question?
Hell no, I wouldn't do that.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think, Carla, that the most fluid tennis players of all time, let's say Roger Federer, let's even say Novak Djokovic, let's even say Rafael Nadal, do you think they had to work that hard to be as good as they are?
Yes. Everybody has.
You're telling me Roger Federer used to grind it out and jog 5 miles before practice? No, because he was just natural.
But his strokes, he grinded out there. To perfect your strokes, you got to hit millions of balls.
Agreed.
Come on, nobody's perfect. You got to hit millions of balls.
But
the reason he looks that way is because he's hit so many strokes and he's become so comfortable that it has made it look that way.
Have you ever seen Roger Federer's left arm, his non-playing hand? His non-playing hand looks like a linguine noodle. And you're going to go and tell me he's been in the gym all the time?
She's probably eating fried chicken, you know. She's eating the cornbread and stuff like that. Let's be real, you know. I live with people from the islands. I know how they ate, and that's how they ate. Only me that I was training, I have my diet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's how they ate.
Because your dad would whip your ass.
No, my coach, he would say, this is what you're eating. You're eating this, small portions. And that's what you have to do as a tennis player. I remember going to Nick Bollettieri's camp. I'm like, damn, I'm starving. In 1 week, my mom's like, damn, you lost 10 pounds because of the way I ate. Mm-hmm. The way you eat, and then doing all that exercise. She doesn't want to do it anymore. Does she have to do it? No, I don't think I'd want to do it if I were her. I mean, look at Shaq O'Neal. He looks like a fat ass. Look at Charles Barkley. Looks like a fat ass. Do you think they want to do that anymore?
But Charles Barkley's not still competing to try to win an NBA championship. What was that? That was
my point is
what? How did that make any sense?
So I'm telling you that these guys.
Charles Barkley?
You're not listening to me. After they've done so much of that in their life, they want to retire and enjoy life.
Fair enough.
That my point is, look at them. They look like fat asses now. But they work hard. They're enjoying life, right? Just saying.
They're working hard in the studio and not on the floor, right?
She should do the same thing.
Okay, but by the way, and we're still going to talk about Serena, but can I ask everyone something? Carla has been very, very accurate over the past 4 years.
Kim Clijsters looks like she had 2 pigs, just saying.
Carla has been very accurate over the past 4 years of coming into majors where she will totally ride people's asses. Yes, all of us. I'm one of them. Where we pick people to do well in a major because they won the warm-up or did really well throughout the culmination of that season until the major of that season. Right? A couple more today, right? Anyway, why is that? Why is it that your dad, Carlos' dad, fine gentleman, wonderful coach and a hell of a tennis player? He sent a message the other day, something I think it was on a different platform, but indicated doing so well in these warm-up tournaments, and then going into major doesn't, cut the marbles or whatever his Spanish metaphor was. Why is that? Is it too much energy is expended? Is it
Yeah,
too
they put too much energy in those smaller tournaments.
or they believe so much that they're great because
No,
they just
they
want to
put a
warm
lot
up?
of energy into it. And it's 2 out of 3. It's not the same. It's not a Grand Slam. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes. Also, a correction from yesterday. Yesterday, Fusovic lost to Bulik, and we laughingly said the Hungarians weren't very hungry. However, we were incorrect because yesterday, by the way, apologies to Hungary, there was 2 Hungarian women that actually won. So I want to say that I'm sorry, Hungary, because Hungary was hungry because Dalma Golfi won and Pana Udvardi won. It's just Fuciovic that wasn't hungry. The Hungarian girls were pretty damn hungry. So I just wanted to get
Some of
that.
Hungarian girls lost already, no?
Well, either way,
No.
they still outweighed the damn
No.
Fuciovic loss. Also, shout out to the Netherlands because not only did Ludwig van Beethoven or Van Rithorn or whatever the Hobbit or whatever his name is, Van Rithorn, aka Ludwig van Beethoven, was not the only Neanderthal, the Netherlander that won. Also, we had Talon Griekspoor that won. So Van Beethoven, say what's up to Griekspoor. Wow, sounds like another composition major in B minor. All right. Anyway, when we woke up this morning, by the way, you know what the first match that we turned on was? Steve Johnson and Grigor the Baby Federer Dimitrov. I was like, woohoo! Not really. I was like, you suck. No, really, I saw Steve Johnson come up to the court, and we were watching the tennis channel, and Dimitrov walks up with his headband, and Steve Johnson walks up his net with his beard. And they're speaking to the umpire at the net. And she's like, we'll call heads, and if you win, and Steve Johnson's like, yeah. I looked at Steve Johnson, like, damn, dude looks old as shit, and he's like 10 years younger than me. It's like, damn, I'm 44. I'll be 45 in November. Steve Johnson looks like my grandfather that's deceased.
You're a dilf?
what is dilf? Oh, who said that?
I said that.
You did? Milk dilf? I've never heard this. Where did you come up with this? You just came up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carter got a nothing mud. Nothing
dilf.
mud. I'm a dilf. She's a milk. I'm a dilf.
He's a dilf.
All right. Read between the lines. All right. That was a little odd, but I picked
Why
it
is
up.
that odd?
I mean, maybe children.
Now there's any children at this time.
Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe so.
I don't know. I mean, they call them MILFs. There are DILFs too.
Name another dilf.
In the tennis world?
In the world, in the entire world.
Thor.
Who's Thor?
DILF. He's a DILF.
Who? Thor?
The actual Thor.
What's
He's
his
got
name?
like 5 kids.
Okay. Well,
He's definitely a DILF.
glad to be in the DILF column. Let's
Definitely a
go.
DILF.
I need to get a shirt that says DILF.
He's definitely a
People
DILF.
are like, what does that mean? I'd be like, think about it.
Tom Cruise is not a DILF because he's not a true daddy. You don't even see his daughter, so he can't be called DILF.
Freaking DILF.
I'm sorry, guys.
You come up to your buddy and be like, man, you're a fucking DILF, man.
There you go.
And
That's-
even though you're giving a compliment, I know I'm not.
Spread the word.
And they're like, dude, do you know what that means? Like,
Spread the
oh,
word, guys. Spread the word. There are DILFs out there.
Go DILFs. Let's get down. Anyways, Dimitrov pulled out.
Poor guy.
Dimitrov coughed it up.
Poor guy. I don't think Federer is a DILF. Just saying, Alex. We are.
Dimitrov at one point was top 3 in the world. He got to the number 3
Poor
in the
guy.
world.
He had to retire. He won the first set and then lost the second set.
Either way, he definitely pulled out. That's all I gotta say. What's up with everybody quitting these days? Berrettini pulled out. I guess Berrettini though.
Benchik lost, yeah.
Berrettini had, or Berrettini with the likes of, I think Cilic as well. I think they both tested positive for COVID. I think they both had some type of symptom.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really give them grief there because they're just looking out for. But Dimitrov, what happened, bro? You didn't test positive for a pandemic type issue. Like, I mean, we were watching the match. I don't know. I think he could have maybe finished that. I don't know. I think I would have tried to finish that. I don't know. If I was Nike, I'd be like, why am I giving you so much money to wear that shit?
You're not even cute anymore.
But finish that, bro. Finish that. Or you're gonna be sponsored by Yonex in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be wearing Reebok pumps next week, bro. Yes, back in the game.
What's the other brand that we see that's not Asics?
Babolat.
No, not Asics. Diodora. You'll be wearing
Diodora.
Yeah.
You'll be getting the latest Mizuno outfit. Let's go, Dimitrov.
When you see Mizuno, Diodora, what's the brand that Pete Sampras used to wear?
Oh, Sergio Tacchini.
I've seen that.
You remember Sergio
Puma,
Tacchini?
you wearing Puma or
Yeah.
Fila, you know your career's ending.
Yeah, and by the way, I see that Jack 2022 Nolte, what's up? I see he said Sloane Steven was out. Do you guys remember the first show we did prior to this Wimbledon where Carla was always talking this shit? She was like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I was like, no, she sucks. She's beautiful. I used to love her, but she's got that chocolate milk and she sucks now. And you were like, no, you're wrong. It's always you talking this. It's always you talking. I was like, she's going to lose. What happened? She damn lost.
Yeah. But Tomljanovic won. I said she would.
Okay, well, here goes one. Maybe we can go hang out after the match. And go
At
cheat on the new
5K
girl.
tennis, Fiancé said, what can you say about players complaining this year's Wimbledon's grass is so slow? It's not slow. I mean, you still see the slices and the drop shots. They're effective. You know,
that's the first time I've heard about the grass texture. I haven't heard that.
Players need to stop bitching. There's more things to bitch about, like the war going on and, you know, the economy being shit and kids shooting kids because their parents leave the guns out.
Or people shooting people in the subway because they put too much mayonnaise on their sandwich.
Yeah. Fila brand. If you're wearing the Fila brand, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Eleanor. I bought a pair of Fila shoes, the crappiest shoes ever. I bought them because they had a cool design. The crappiest shoes.
They fell apart in a week.
They fell apart in a week.
They were discolored.
Crappy. Don't believe John Isner because he wears the brand.
Because he sucks.
That shit is shitty. Shitty tennis.
Doesn't Opelka wear the same crap?
Shitty brand.
Don't they both wear that? So
Coco should have lost today, Alex PR. Coco won ugly, 2 passes today with sliced forehand, can't play defensive aggressive. It was bad.
By the way, the girl that played Coco Gauff, I think she is Romanian, maybe. Her name is Ruse, Alina Ruse or something. There's a no. Well, yes, but there's a girl from the Netherlands, and she played today and was beaten by somebody, but Aranxa Rus, who was a fine junior player, by the way. Do you remember way back when we first started the show, I used to think Aranxa Rus from the Netherlands.
Did you have a crush on her?
Well, she wasn't very pretty, but she was like really tall. I thought she had, anyway. Okay, anyway, but not Aranxa Rus, but they have the same last name. Is there any relation between well, I don't know if she's Romanian, but I think so. Between Alina Ruse, whoever played today, and Aranxa Rus, is there any relation even though the countries are separate?
Derek Edwards says every major slow. People don't want to watch their butts. True. No,
Good
I'm
point.
serious.
I don't either.
The Fila shoes didn't even last a week. Terrible. Terrible. The worst shoes I ever got in my life.
Yeah, no.
And that's why Payless went out of business because they didn't even last a week.
Yeah, no. They
had nice flower. No,
it was a floral pattern.
Yeah, I bought them because of Isner.
It was like a clear. It had like a clear texture to the Fila shoe and it had like a floral pattern in it. And within 2 days, the floral pattern was totally yellowed out. Now, granted, we're in the sun 12 hours a day, but it was just a couple days. And then within like another day, the shoelace is ripped in half. And then another day, the whole floral rubber ripped all the way off the top. And this was like in a week. And I think you even called, didn't you call Tennis Warehouse? And you were like, what the? You've worn tennis shoes for 20 years and you've never had a pair of shoes in your wife that tore up this much, nor have you paid as much for a shoe as you did for that one. And it's like in pieces and they didn't help you.
Awful.
Anyway, talk to Fila. Like,
awful.
Awful nuts.
Don't buy
my nuts. I'll go back to buying Nike.
Don't buy Fila shoes for real. That shit's crappy.
Yeah, Adidas is borderline shit too. Okay. Steve Johnson looks old. Dimitrov pulled out. Moving forward, Coco Gauff almost lost. Right? Is this another example of Coco Gauff getting extremely well going to the French Open? By the way, shout out to Coco Gauff for just graduating from high school. So we have all this pressure on her to win the French. So she loses to a beast Swiatek, who has a 36 match win streak at this point. Okay, fair enough. She just graduates high school. She's just a baby. She's 18, 19, maybe. I think she's 18. And then she gets into a dogfight in the first round of Wimbledon. Does anyone know how hard it is to pull off the Wimbledon French or the French Wimbledon double? In other words, you go from the absolute slowest surface to the absolute fastest surface. Who are some of the players that have pulled off the Wimbledon French Open double? Nadal. Federer. Did Federer do it when Federer won the French? Did he come back and win Wimbledon? Did Djokovic, when Djokovic won the French, did he come back and win Wimbledon? Who are some other players that pulled off the French Open Wimbledon double? And we act like this.
Didn't Federer? I mean, not Federer. Nadal do it?
Did Borg do it?
I think so.
I think Nadal did it. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not quite
Someone
sure.
said Serena 2015.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal to go off.
Four or 5 times. Well,
that's incredible. That's a Chris Cooper great knowledge drop there. That's beastly. 4 or 5 times, amazing. Think about that. Not even Rafa has done that. I mean, there's no doubt that Rafa's goat on paper because the majors, you can't argue that. But 5 times the double, the clay to grass double, amazing. Fucking hell of a record. Let's go for it. Okay, she almost lost today. It was youth at its best. It was immaturity at its best. She just graduated from high school. Congratulations. She will live to fight another day, whatever happens in the next round, right? How many people went to 5th sets today that will lose in the next round because they went 5? By the way, Felix Auger-Aliassime once again performs like a player that's ranked 21 in the world and not 9 or whatever. Once again, he's predictable. Once again, this is an example of people are a player that does well.
Michael Walker said he only did it 3 times, not 5 times.
Okay, Michael Walker's like Trivial Pursuit expert. We'll go with Mike, but either way, they were both on great brainwaves. But Felix Auger again is Felix Auger. He, some people, by the way, that picked him for the $600 we're giving away. If someone can predict the finalists and the winner, some people went out. Some people went down because she was like, Felix Auger. She was like, let's go. I love it. That's less people I gotta give $600 to. But yeah, once again, he was Felix. And once again, Carlos right, because someone that had a hot warm-up just ain't hot now.
Yeah.
Once again, Carlos right. Sakari goes through. No big shock. The big biceps hitting off her back foot. Did enough damage to a weak opponent to get through. You suck, Zachary.
Tatara said, hey, Carla and Justin, did you see how Tsitsipas is struggling versus 188?
Yes, next topic. That is the next. I had it right here on the top of my, see it right here? Tsitsipas.
Ken Sue said, how does FA lose to a guy who couldn't even win an NCAA title?
Let's go. Great comment. Comment of the day right there. Who said that? Who said this? Kayshawn. Love that. Exactly. Can't win a college title, but I don't know. Felix just lost to him.
Anisimova won, so I'm happy.
All right, fair enough. Tsitsipas, by the way. Tsitsipas, thinking of Sissy Boy. He didn't hit his dad with a tennis racket today, but Berrettini pulled out. He's happy. You think? Tsitsipas.
Good idea. Laurie McNeil, I thought, sucked. How did Graf lose to Laurie McNeil in the first round? I never liked her again. The American player, boring.
Tsitsipas is happy. Berrettini out.
Kesu said FA needs to get a refund from Uncle Tony. Yeah, Cressy was in the finals at Eastbourne, though. That doesn't mean what who's he playing next? Who is Cressy playing next? Let's find out.
Certain Valier took out FAA today. By the way, shit, I just thought that I forgot. I'll figure it out. Go ahead. Someone just said something.
Who replaced? Man, then maybe Jack Sock will pull it out.
Jack Sock, no.
Who plays Cressy next?
That could be an interesting match. Vintage baseline tennis against the modern Servant Valier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for Cressy there.
I'll go for Sock.
Sock's a dick.
I'll go for Sock because he's
an asshole.
Just to prove sister to me.
No,
See, guys, I go against who you guys like. I'm the bad guy.
Does Tsitsipas now
he plays Thompson. It's a good chance. But the next person coming up is Kyrgios. After that, if he beats Kyrgios.
Kyrgios was shaky today against the British Jub, by the way. By the way, this is shit. Carla and I were driving to work today, and we were driving, and the Kyrgios match was playing, and we had other matches streaming on our phone, right? And we don't hear any news from any of them. And all of a sudden, our phones both beep. We're driving, mind you. And it's like, beep, 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 beep. And Carlos like, breaking news, breaking news. We thought like the White House got bombed. We were like, oh, shit, the sky is falling. That's why I wore my peace sign alien shirt. I'm like, oh my God, the sky's falling. What's wrong? We had to like pull over, look at our phone. It says, OMG, Nick Kyrgios just banged a ball out of stadium court. We're like, what? Did we not?
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news on our phone was like, Nick Kyrgios just smacked the ball out of the. Who gives a shit? Wuggus, WGAS. Who gives a shit? Could care less. But that was our breaking news we had on the way to work tomorrow or today. Freaking excited about that. Let's go. Not really, because I thought you suck anyway. Okay. Where do we go from here? Oh, Carla, by the way. Yesterday, Carla talked about the importance of the slice on the grass. Stayed low, gave you a little bit of time to maneuver to get back neutral in case you had to reset a point in the middle of the point type thing. Today, though, Carla, on multiple occasions with students and on the way this morning to Mobile, you were talking about the drop shot on grass. Okay, why is the drop shot as important as the deep penetrating slice? Moving your opponent forward, tiring them out so you can pitch it above their head, test their net game, test their stamina, test their sportsmanship.
Most people don't know how to run to a drop shot.
Run straight forward and don't turn before they get there.
Yeah.
Hit the ball open.
That's what I did to my young student today.
Yeah, dropper's really good, really good. Ons Jabeur was hitting the dropper really well.
She's got a great personality. They did an interview of her today at the on Tennis Channel, I think, and they were asking her about her drop shot. She says she loves doing it, but she realizes that she overdoes it. Yep. But she knows she gets happy when her coach tells her, "Okay, you got to use it against this opponent."
What type of player, Carla, do you use the drop shot against?
Big player.
What type of player?
Someone that doesn't like moving forward.
Someone that's overweight, like Serena.
Someone that doesn't like moving forward. Someone that's uncomfortable at the net.
Someone with bad footwork.
Yeah.
Someone with a bad net game, like Medvedev.
Someone that just likes to hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
Or someone that hits flat.
How was it that Novak Djokovic destroyed Medvedev in the Wimbledon final? Was it Wimbledon or the U.S. Open? I want to forget. And Djokovic laughed about it before he got on the court.
How is it that Medvedev destroyed Djokovic at the U.S. Open?
I don't recall. Same thing.
Same drop shots, and they were lousy.
Yeah. You better be hoping you're sticking to drop shot.
They're good against pushers because they don't know what to do with it.
By the way, we were speaking of Ons Jabeur. We listened to an interview and read actually the same interview, so we saw it and read about it. Ons Jabeur was asked about how much she respects the fact that she's arguably or is the best tennis player from Tunisia ever, and more so, one of, if not the best, continental African tennis players. Yes, Tunisia's African in Africa. They asked her, how does she respect that? How does she feel about it? And she said she respected it completely, and she seemed up to the moment. So I think she is in it to win it. I think she has a shot. And she, in that same interview, mentioned the fact that there's one person she's trying to catch. Iga Swiatek, right? Can she do it? Does she have the ability to do it? Or is her lumpy midsection going to, no matter what, inhibit her from doing so? I don't know, man. At some point, you got to get a six-pack in there because lumpy Bartoli or Ostapenko ain't cutting it. Sorry, there's no excuses for that. You're going to win at the highest level, you better be Rip City. And don't give me that flubber jub midsection. I don't care. You might squeak one out like Bartoli. You might squeak one out like Ostapenko May. You might squeak one out being tubble-lub, rub-a-dub, bub-dub in the bathtub. But don't count on it. I wouldn't bet on you. Would you? Mm-hmm. Whatever. Get lost. I don't want – whatever. You get where I'm coming from. Be fit. Otherwise, it's like looking at Nick Kyrgios. It's Nick Kyrgios, he got all bent out of shape, blistered the ball. Who cares? It blew up our phone, whatever. Who gives a shit? But he puts about the same effort into his sportsmanship as anyone with a midsection at the highest level puts into their diet and fitness. And that takes a testament to the team as a whole. You want to win majors. You want to be a finalist and run through tournaments like Federer has done and Djokovic has done and Nadal has done. Justin Hennon used to do and Steffi Graf and Navratilova and Chris Evert and Serena Williams. And you want to roll off tournaments like that and you got a love-a-dub tub in your midsection, whatever. You might win one or two. You might get to number one, but your ass gone quick because you're going to be hurt like Andreescu or Raducanu. Whatever, man. Get in shape. Quit messing around so damn much. And stop eating the marshmallows on the plane trips. Come on. Shout out Ons Jabeur team. Let's go. Don't tell me it's in the genes. Whatever. It's in your damn team. Suck it up. Get fit. Otherwise, get lost. Opelka finishes today. Riley Opelka finishes today. Last year, Riley Opelka and John Isner did not make it past the first round. Lost. First round. This year, win. There was a total of 18. I may have it wrong. There was a total of 34 American men and women's players. 18 men or women and 16 men or women, whatever, a combined 34. I think all in all, they're doing pretty well. Query, the giant killer, got destroyed today in straight sets. Okay, he didn't have a shot. But Opelka, by the way, is going to face off against Ludwig van Beethoven, a.k.a. Van Rifthorn, the Neanderthal from the Hobbitville. They're facing off tomorrow. Who do you got in that match? You taking Paul Bunyan or you taking Van Beethoven?
I'll take the Beethoven guy.
I'm going to take Opelka. I'm going to take Paul Bunyan. I think he's going to chop his legs off and take his blue ox and ram it in his ass. Van Rithoven's time on the top, it ends tomorrow. Opelka, the big Paul Bunyan, is going to beat you tomorrow. I promise you that. Isner, on the other hand, is a different story. Isner has to take on the plastic man hip, the roboto, terrible freaking mental sportsman Murray. Oh my God, I gotta take on Isner. I just might have to die. I don't know what to do. My mom might be there, my hitting quarter. I can't do anything, and I have to play Isner. Oh my God, I might lose 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-6. Great. Who do you want to win that boring ass match? Isner or Murray?
Murray.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, no, we'll go with the Georgia boy. Let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and take Isner. Let's root for the American and not the stressed out Brit. Anyway, I couldn't care less, but we'll see what happens anyway. Yes, something that happened today. Carl and I, we went to I guess you could call work. We went to where we teach today, and we got out of the car, and we thought we heard a conglomerate of Schiavone, Francesca Schiavone, the Italian grunt herself, Victoria as a squeal like a pig ranka, Maria high-pitched squeal and toucan Hyacinth Macaw Sharapova, and Halep screaming like she got her arm cut off, all combined in one. We got on the car, we're like, damn, we're in the middle of the woods. We got 8 courts in the woods. It sounds like a damn bird sanctuary in here, but they're all dying of like chainsaw wounds. And we were like, what the hell is that noise? And we got out of the car, we kept walking, we were like, holy shit, there's like a 65-year-old dude over there that's serving like a pancake, and he's screaming at every serve. Rah! We're like, oh my God. Schiavone, I'm very sorry. You are now at number 2 because the loudest creature in the world now resides in Mobile, Alabama. Hideous. If you're watching the show, you know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you as loud as a motherfucker. Yeah, it's loud, bro. Take that shit home. And yeah, and it looks really shitty. So you're like, raw, and you're like throwing up a pancake. It's like he was trying to give the ball 5. It's like, dude, don't get the ball 5. Like, feel it. Anyway.
So sorry.
All right. Anyway, we've pretty much gone through all this stuff. Don't forget, Jensen Brooksby is through. Shout out to Jody Crane out there. I was on the Brooksby hating train because he dissed his camp and talks to him like a schmuck. But he's through, and I picked him on my fantasy team. So thanks, Jody, for that. Otherwise, I would have not have picked him. Jack Sock was through in straight sets. Do you think he wins the next match? Do you think?
He can.
Doesn't he play Vesely?
No, he doesn't play Vesely.
Or Cressy.
Yeah.
Cressy, sorry. Yes. Sorry. Anyway. Yastremska, who? Who? Yastremska? I ain't heard from that girl ever. Wait a minute. Is she the one that got caught for doping? And since then, we have never heard, like, what is Sasha Bajin? Pliskova? Sasha Bazin's with who? Bajin who? Serena what? Raducanu who?
Oh my God, this guy.
Whatever. Block him, whatever. Get rid of it. We have moderators. I'll let them do it. Well, whatever. Don't pay attention to the chat because it's just a bunch of perverts. Okay, we'll delete that and do it later. But Yastremska, like Sharapova, they get busted for performance-enhancing drugs. They failed drug tests. Half the world takes up for them, half of them don't. But after it's all said and done, who? What? Yastremska loses again and gets beaten with ease.
Yep. Poor girl.
I don't know. Sharapova who? You get a chocolate bar at Dollar General, Shaklapova. Tastes like ass. The Barbie doll, Camila Giorgi lost.
That's because you showed her on lingerie.
Yeah, she went on a lingerie model shoot. She lost. Come on, Georgie. The first time I pick her on my fantasy team, she costs me a W.
That's because you
L.
showed her panties.
L.
So Tara says, Carly, you think this means men's Wimbledon draw has become weakest while the Russians banned? Also a bunch of
Yes.
fake out COVID.
Yeah.
Not because of the Russians.
I do.
One Russian.
No, a lot of Russians.
Rublev, you think would have mattered?
Medvedev?
One Russian.
Azarenka?
In men's tennis,
Sabalenka?
they wouldn't have mattered. Sorry.
But what you tend to forget about the qualies, by the way. How many Russian and Belarus, or how many Russians especially, come through qualies, especially on the female side? The qualies was
It is
weak.
what it is.
The qualies was weak.
It is what it is. Just like Djokovic.
We forget about the qualies, right?
It is what it is.
The qualies on the women's side was weak as shit because there's no Russians in it. Check my math on that. Look how many Russian players saturate the qualies, and look how many of them come through qualies into the main draw that weren't even there. Hell, man, I got people from the Netherlands that I hadn't even heard of in the main draw. Just saying, man. Come on, man. It's a joke. The qualies were a joke. Yes, the regular players were there with the exception of a handful, but don't forget about the 8 wild cards and qualifiers that rolled through, right? They had no appearance by a major powerhouse, which is Russian tennis. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing you can say or do against it. One of my favorite players of all time, Kafelnikov or Davydenko, right?
Carter would be like, doesn't really matter.
By the way, let's go Serbia. Quite a few Serbians through. Laszlo Djiri lost, but Krajinovic is through. Kekmanovic is through. Krajinovic plays Kyrgios next. If Kyrgios plays the way he did against Jubb today and lost the set to, Krajinovic will win. And Krajinovic ain't gonna play around. By the way, Finland. Let's go Rusevori. The Finn is through, right? Casper Ruud from Norway. Let's go Scandinavia. Joining NATO with your nuclear threat. All right. I think that's about it, Carla. I probably missed like 7 pages of shit, but it's late.
It is late. Your fantasy group team leaders are.
Oh, you already got the leaders?
Here we go. Top 5. So Somaya Lahiri with 35 points.
Okay, respectable.
Tumu Ek Camille with 33 points.
Let's go, bro. I hope I'll take
Gene
you.
Schwartz with 30 points. Tom Cheek with 29.
Oh.
And Antonio Menonini with 29.
Oh, shit. Oh, we got some new people on the leaderboard. Usually it's William Spencer or Jack Nolte or
and Rune
Hitchhiker.
Rune lost for kicking his mom out. Karma.
All right, let me run on and make sure I hit everything, okay? We got to the Slice, we got to Jabor, we got to
everything.
We got to Kyrgios, we got to Opelka, Beethoven, the Grunter at the club, Coco Golf, Hope Room, Jack Sox, and Dial Through. Okay, Brooksby, Yastrzemska, who PEDs didn't work, or they did work, obviously. Georgie lost, Lingerie, Serena, Mike Walker, blah, Felix Auger goes down, Krajinovic. Pretty good show. Okay, second round matches that we like. I'm going to run through them. Golubic versus Krejcikova. I like the match because Krejcikova won a major. And where's she been since then? Andreescu against Rabakina. Whitkins against Halep. Davis against Anisimova, 2 U.S. players. I just dropped my stuff. Caroline Garcia against Emma Raducanu. Who? Ostapenko and Wickemeyer. Kalinina and Serenko, 2 Ukrainians. Di Manor against Jack Draper. Di Manor should win that, by the way. Sorry, UK. Brooksby and Bonsby. Brooksby, why? Because I think he's an ass, and I picked him on my fantasy team, and I didn't think he would win, and he is, so I hope he keeps winning. Kyrgios and Krajinovic. Let's go Krajinovic. Let's go. Cressy and Sock. I'm going to take the Serbian Valier over Sock's asshole ass. Djokovic and Kokkinakis could be the match of the day. Can Kokkinakis play the best he's ever played for 5 sets? I don't know, but he'll need to do that if he's going to beat Novak. Lubin Bang Beethoven, a.k.a. Richthofen, plays Opelka. Paul Bunyan takes his ass out. Enough already of Beethoven. John Isner, Andy Murray. Murray will whip that ass. Isner, see you later, bro. Go back to Georgia for this one. Metal Roboto Hippo is going to kick that ass out. Felix Alcaraz. As much as I
Felix Alcaraz. Carlos
Carlos Alcaraz, whatever. Felix was written underneath it. Carlos Alcaraz, I really hope Greek Sport wins this. No disrespect to you, but I'm tired of seeing him go, let's go, after the first point of the match where the other person makes an unforced error. He's like, let's go. I hit a forehand at 15-love in the first set, and I just served, let's go. You're like, shut the hell up, dude. You're like a little twerk, man. Just shut up. Greek Sport, whip that ass, bro. So make him go, let's go, when he's crying in the locker room.
I'm so sorry.
And the last
Oh
match,
my gosh.
Casper Ruud, the Norwegian against Ugo Humbert.
I'm so tired that I'm thinking about it. Holy shit. I gotta do this tomorrow again. And guess what?
No, it's Wednesday. We don't do
No
this.
show tomorrow because
We got to teach till 8 o'clock
oh
at night.
my god. Felix.
Let's go, Felix Alcaraz.
Guess where I'm going after this, guys?
Bed.
Bed. My phone said 9 o'clock, bedtime.
My knees just snapped.
Good night, guys.
I can't even walk straight. All right, let's go.